The brand new 2026 Skeeter ZXE20 is now at Elevate Outdoors. Come on, let's go check out this brand new boat. It's absolutely awesome. All right, one of my favorite things to do. We all love peeling stickers. And guys, here it is. Brand new ZXE20. Really cool layout. Now, a couple things about this one. From the rub rail down, it is the ZXR hull. So the guys that have ran the ZXR, familiar with the ZXR, super great riding hull, dry ride. On top of that, extremely comfortable, takes the big waves great. But from the top cap up, all kinds of new features here on the ZXE. So we're gonna walk through some of those, talk about them. But guys, it is finally here. We've been waiting on it, ready for you to come check it out. So we're gonna start at the back. Of course, got your power plant, got the Show Yamaha 250, as well as the dual Raptors is a standard feature on this model. Really cool color scheme. We went with a kind of a charcoalish flake with white gel. Got a really cool pinstripe in it. Turned out great. So for you guys that are looking for it, this is color option number 6. A couple other changes that we've got. As you can see here, slam latches on all the boxes, which is going to be a really cool feature. I'm excited about that. Love slam latches. I think they do a great job, and they're very easy to use. Also, back in the back, we've got a ton of storage. You guys are used to that on the ZXR. Now have that on the ZXE. Again, slam latches, absolutely love them. A couple other cool features that they've got changes for this model. Got a change here on the glove compartment. Really nice deep glove compartment, as well as inside it also has a USB and a USB-C charger for your phone. So you put your phone in there, lock it up, keep it safe, keep it waterproof. Really, really nice feature. Changed up the steps. Before, the carpet on the ZXR used to roll down. Now they actually have a really nice glassed in area right here on the steps. Just gonna be better for wear and tear. It was a wear point on the carpet. The ZXE now has the glass around it, which is really nice. They also changed up the drain. So on the drain area, you've got a slope coming back and you don't have carpet. We all know on a rainy day, it always puddles up around the drain. Now they've got glass. Just gonna keep your carpet a little bit drier. But more importantly, it's just not gonna, that water's not gonna puddle up on your carpet. It's just gonna sit on the glass. Again, slam latches up here on the front deck. They changed the box layout, the way they actually curve here. A couple things for that. One, it gives it more room for your reels. So you got your rods laying here on the deck and you need to get into a box. You raise this box up and you've got more room up here where your reels sit, so you don't have them build up and have a tendency to tip over the gunnel. So nice update. Again, guys, it's all about the details. Skeeter is dialed in on the details and does a really, really good job. One thing that I did miss that I want to bring back, we come back over here on the co-angler side of things. Now you actually have kind of a stair step down for when your co-angler puts his rod. So instead of having just one big hole where you pile them all up and they all get tangled and they're sitting on top of each other, they actually built these stair steps down into the co-angler passenger side of things, so you actually can stack your rods, or excuse me, your co-angler can stack his rods. Hopefully he doesn't have too many, but this keeps them more organized, keeps them from banging against each other. Again, just another really nice detail. Another cool little detail is they put a little pocket on the seat for the co-angler. Is it a big deal? No, not really, but it's a great place to store your cell phone, great place to put a couple bags of plastics. Again, details, details, details. Coming up here on the trolling motor. Of course, this one has the Minn Kota Ultrex Quest. Really, really great trolling motor. Of course, it's brushless. Everyone's familiar with the Quest. I think Minn Kota's knocked it out of the park with this trolling motor. But if you look, they actually have offset the trolling motor now, give or take about 3.5 to 4 inches here on the front deck. Couple things that happen when you do that. One, right, you get the trolling motor and the head of that trolling motor more inside the boat, so less likely to take on big waves and rip your trolling motor off, so obviously a safety factor. The other piece is now you've got more room up here that you actually, if you have longer rods, say that 7'10", 7'11" rod, you've got a place here, a little bit more room that you have with your rod that has your reel, so it just opens up this space. slings it over, gets it more inside the gunnels, additional safety factor there. So really excited to see how that works out and what it does for us. Some really cool updates that they've done up here at the bow. One, you've got these integrated trim switches for your engine right here as basically almost like a stomp switch. So instead of having to bend down and push a button, now you can just take your foot, step on the button, raise or lower, and trim your motor up and down, which I think is a really cool addition. Also, what they've done is they've got this access panel now. Spin the tab over, you actually can come in here and access all of your wiring, everything underneath without pulling off a bunch of screws, taking a lot of time. Allows you quick, easy access for when you're rigging, or if you've got a problem you need to get in there. Really excited about that. So if you want to add additional graphs up here to your Explorer 9, you have a couple things going on. One, you've got additional mounting plates underneath this, so you can turn around and put additional brackets and go directly into a backing plate and not going directly in the fiberglass from stability standpoint. Number two, you also have 8-gauge wire that's running up here to put additional units. That wire is on its own, so it gives you good clean power. Just another nice feature directly from the factory that Skeeter puts in their boats for guys that want to run multiple graphs up here at the bow. Also got nice little cup holder and a place to put some scissors, so really utilizing that space as much as you possibly can. For guys that like to sight fish, you got tons of room up here at the very front and here on the side, so if you want to stand and do your sight casting, you got plenty of room here to get up here as close as you can to the fish and really see those in a sight fishing scenario. Really cool features that they've done up here on the Skeeter ZXE20. Another addition that they've done on the ZXE is now they actually have glassed right here underneath your deck lids. So you got this really nice raised and beveled edge, so as you're out fishing in the rain or you take waves over the bow, it's going to come in here, it's going to hit these channels and it's going to drain out your boat, keeping your boxes dry. But again, this now is glass instead of last year they had the aluminum. But what I really like about it is, guys, you got this raised lip that really helps move the water. Of course, all the lids are insulated on the backside, just adds stability to it. Also, it allows just the overall noise of you walking on it, diminishes that, especially at a sight fishing scenario, keeps you quiet as possible. Another cool feature is you actually have two placements for your front seat. All right, we got the redesigned cockpit here in the ZXE20. As you can see, we moved the gauges up, relabeled the gauges so they're a little bit easier to understand. This one does have the dry dock, so get done fishing after a long day on the water, been raining all day, you come back in and get all your gear moved around. Click on your air dock, it's going to circulate air throughout your boxes so you don't get mold and mildew build up, keep that stinky smell out of there. Standard on the ZXE. What I really like here on your flip switches is it very easily tells you exactly what they are. So from your oxygenator, from your bilge, from your aerators, everything is very easily labeled so that when you look at it, you know exactly what you're doing. Of course, comes standard with the hot foot. You've also got down here, you got your USB and your USB charger, so you can charge your phone or any of your accessories, your GoPros directly here, which is a really nice feature. Plenty of room. So what I love about a Skeeter, you got tons of room. Of course, the hot foot comes on a slide, so you got about 6 inches travel forward or back, depending on how long your legs are. Got your trim directly on steering wheel here, got your tilt, so you can again dial that into exactly how you want it. Super great features. Comes from the factory with a Humminbird Explorer 12 here at the console, and of course has the ability that if you do want to add dual graphs, it's got the mounting brackets here. Put a new mounting bracket and you're off and running. The cooler. Now you think about a cooler. How cool can a cooler be? Well, surprisingly enough, it's got some really neat benefits of how they actually designed the cooler. So one, not that you're going to have a lot of people that want to sit here going 60, 70 miles an hour, but if you do, you're in that scenario, you got a nice foam, comfortable backrest, as well as the seating area is padded as well, so it's not as uncomfortable. Now, it's not as comfortable as these great plush seats, but it's not horrible. Second thing that's really nice is the overall depth of the cooler. Why is that important? Well, for your hardcore tournament anglers that are out here fishing, like right now when it's 100 degrees outside, it's hot, it's sticky, what's really nice about how they got this cooler designed, it's extremely deep. Where that matters is for the guys that are taking 2-liter bottles and freezing them at night, you're able to put those frozen 2 liters in here, stand them up. Also, you can put your bigger water bottles. So if you get the 1 liter water bottles you're gonna be drinking on, is deep enough that it can hold it. Also has a shelf on each side. So for guys that are taking sandwiches and wrapping them up in aluminum foil, you can actually put those sandwiches on the side. They don't have to sit down in your ice as that begins to melt, turns into water. It allows them to stay up, not get super soggy. Again, small details that make a big difference for making your day on the water as enjoyable as possible. On your Skeeter, you got one single live well with the divider, which is really nice, so you can separate your big fish or small fish, or however you want to designate those. They're also lighted with LED lights. Also comes with an oxygenator to keep them healthy, and of course you got your recirc. So big live wells. Love how Skeeter has them designed and allows you to turn around and be able to separate your fish. Slam latches, love them. Another part I really like about how Skeeter does their boats is how clean their back compartment is. So Skeeter designs and wires them for a total of 5 batteries. So on the port side, you got 3 batteries for your trolling motor. On the starboard side, you got your house battery, and also has the ability to put in another house battery, or what we like to call it is basically your electronics only battery. Designed everything layout exactly for that scenario, gives you the best of both worlds. Now, for guys that don't want dual batteries, not a problem. Still designed that you can run 1 or 2 house batteries. It's a really great setup. They also finish out the back here, so you're not gonna get a bunch of fiberglass splinters if you're trying to move around. Really great, easy access to the pumps. So if you do have a problem, get one clogged, one goes down, you can easily access them. They also do, as you can see, the split lids, which is really nice. If you're working over here, you can lay this side down, lay on that, and reach down in here and easily access them instead of having one big lid, which can be difficult if you're trying to work down in here. Of course, got your Raptor dual pumps over here, got your battery switches. You also have your emergency jump start. So really clean. More importantly, it's extremely functional. As fishermen, man, we want efficiency and we want to be as efficient as we can on the water. If we have a problem, we can easily access it. So Skeeter does a great job back here in the boat. Another cool feature about the Skeeter trailer, and this is the part that doesn't get a lot of attention. It's just a boat trailer. They're not cool, they're not sexy, they're just functional, which is true. But Skeeter does a couple things that are a little bit different. One, they got really cool looking blacked out wheels, which I think really accents the boat all the way across. We want to look good, and I think these wheels do a really good job with that. They also engrave, of course, the Skeeter on the side, and on the very front here, they also put the ZXE. Just those small little touches. Obviously, that lights up with LED. At night, they look really, really cool going down the road. This trailer got the rubberized coating, so gives you some non-slip here, as well as just really takes rocks, takes travel very well. You're not dealing with fiberglass fenders that if you have a blowout, you got a really expensive fender to replace. Not that these are going to be cheap by any stretch to put it back on, but less expensive than a fiberglass fender. Another cool feature is they've got brakes on every single wheel. So you got disc brakes on all 4 tires, which again just helps you in a stopping scenario. If you got to slam on your brakes, man, you're really going to be able to slow this rig down, keep you safe on the road. All in, I think Skeeter has done a great job with the new ZXE. Just got it in literally a few hours ago. Already have people calling about this boat. So if you're interested, make sure you come by Elevate Outdoors. Check out the new 2026 Skeeter ZXE20.